and west perimeters, the ways out by land. To escape this peninsula now, there's only the sea. Not your thing. Stay with the road. The rusted yellow highway warning sign reading "Frost Heaves" presents a syntactic puzzle, a verb itself frozen. Was there one particular heave, a buckling in an otherwise smooth surface that once dictated placement of the warning at this spot? The whole roadway surface is heaves now. Someone with a bullet to spare long ago shot the metal sign. Forever a surprise, the bullet passed through, didn't get stuck. Maybe Frost is in fact a person, that poet we studied in high school. Frost heaves into the mind. His road diverged, ours doesn't. Though really, isn't any road you could follow in either of two directions divergent enough to begin with? 2. The Lake of Tiredness. Journeyman was on the road this day, north out from the village to do one of his 2 regular jobs, making rounds by foot because his bicycle needed repair. He wasn't a horseman, though he could ride one in a pinch, he imagined. Had done it once or twice at summer camp in the Poconos. It wasn't as though much he'd learned in the first part of his life had turned out to be applicable in this, the second. This life wasn't the one he thought he'd be living. It was Journeyman's job to visit the man who lived at the Lake of Tiredness, to bring the man food and other supplies, like candles and hand-spun dental floss. Though really it had proven easy enough just to leave packages at the top of the road, the prisoner would pace up and retrieve them. Prisoner of sorts. There was nothing keeping the man from continuing beyond that point, the juncture where the path to his lakeside cabin joined the peninsula's main thoroughfare. Nothing besides a kind of agreement between the man and the town that he should be exiled or retired there. The man, whose name was Jerome Cormance, was quite elderly. Where would he go? The road to the Lake of Tiredness was long overgrown, sprung grasses concealing the old gravel tire beds from the center and sides, an entirely successful comb-over. In the shade of dense foliage, the air was cool and dry on a hot, bright day, outstanding in every way. Journeyman would remember this later. Some of the crows had followed him from the main road, or maybe it was other crows. He wasn't that dedicated a watcher of crows. The path widened to a clearing. A lawn that had once long ago been diligently mowed now rippled with the same grasses that infilled the gravel beds, and voluntary saplings that would, if left untended, reclaim this land as woods. Everything here wanted to be woods. As a city child visiting New England, he'd once taken the pastures rimmed by dense trees as a natural formation, a pleasing alternation of the dense and spare, the shadowed and sunlit. Now he'd come to understand that every cleared place in Maine recorded a massive human undertaking, likely by some 18th or 19th century farmer and his neighbors. A quiet war with the growth, once won, now mostly lost again. At the bottom, the cabin on the shore, a dock extended a brief distance into the water. The Lake of Tiredness was actually a large pond. This had been explained to him once, a matter of outflow and inflow, or lack thereof. Cormance came up from the house. Cormance did this every time, though there was no schedule to the visits, offering a hearty greeting, arms outthrust, hairy knobbed wrists exposed from his kimono, extending for a hand clasp, charging uphill despite the fact that he was old and his visitor was, if not young, younger, middle-aged, and despite the fact they'd then turn and descend